What's up everyone? Welcome in to a Eternal Evolutions video. Today I want to do something a little different. I wanted to do a little focus video on this guy right here, Taylor. Taylor's a unit that you get a copy of pretty early in the game. Highly recommend building him. Personally, I would actually probably build him on just about every single account. He does so much. There's so many situations where he will do insane amounts of damage. So my Emma is actually higher rank than Taylor is, and in some situations Taylor will still out damage her. It's crazy what he can do. Now, there's the point. He's a hunter. He's just going to do range damage to a single target. But there's some reasons that he is really good. Really, a big part of it comes to this ability. So basically, Taylor, every time he crits, he will recover energy on himself and increase his crit damage. So simply by having him hit and critting will make him do more damage over time. As you get him kind of built up, it just makes that amount do more and more damage. Or I should say scale faster and faster, so that he is capping out the 30% bonus crit damage as soon as possible. And it's just, he hits like a tank. Like this guy is crazy. He also has pretty solid HP and defense, so he can withstand a few hits as well. Like, you put him in against AoE bosses or areas, he holds his own decently. He's not gonna stand out in front and take all the hits for you, no, of course, but like any of those AoE hits that might come through, no worries for Taylor. But the thing you may not know is some of the interesting things you can do with him. So one of the key points comes down to the auto play system. So when you have characters in auto, when their quote unquote ult or ultimate ability is charged, so their energy is maxed out, they can use that other ability. I'm just going to jump into a story mission here to show you. So normally character, their energy bar fills up, and then they use whatever their big ability is. Your healers have heals, things like that. I suggest in almost every case, turn Taylor off of auto. And most of the other people you can leave until you're doing some late game stuff, gets really finicky. In particular, you want specific things to happen in certain locations or at certain times. But Taylor, I would just leave his off all the time, because Taylor's ultimate makes him jump on somewhere on the map. When the AI is in control, he always jumps backwards. It's like a safety precaution to try to get him away from the units doing damage, so he's not taking extra damage. However, like I said, he's decent at holding his own against some hits. So I actually would prefer him not to do that, because it's wasted time while he is in that jump animation that he's not doing damage. That is time he could be doing more damage. And once you start getting to some of the later parts in the game, that's really critical. That extra damage he loses out on by being on auto and jumping back every time. Because even if he's at the edge of the map, he will trigger that ult and jump to the same spot he's standing in. It also causes an issue of when Taylor repositions himself, he retargets. So say you're using him in Sinsaro Marsh, the spider boss. If you have him targeting the main boss and hitting for damage, and then he jumps, he's going to target whatever next unit is closest to him, which a lot of the times will be one of those two side spiders, and he'll just start shooting that instead, which means he's not doing damage to the boss when he could be. So, in my opinion, two very strong reasons to leave Taylor on manual at all times. Now, things you can do with him of when you do want to use his quote-unquote ultimate ability. I bring I bring Taylor into Taradome. So Taradome is the dungeon that you need to use melee units because you get a huge damage reduction if you're not within that shield, right? Let me show you why Taylor comes with. So, we are way outscaled on damage, or on stats here. This is the 90k or 900,000 point boss. We are only at 730. But this is actually because of Taylor. Taylor is the key to make this happen. So, Taylor's on manual, and as the fight starts, watch his damage here. So he's doing very little because this shield is mitigating so much damage. Like, everyone is drastically outscaling Taylor. I use Taylor's ultimate, place him inside the shield because it doesn't have to go backwards. That's just what AI does. You can use his ult to place him anywhere you want, and instantly you just will see Taylor start scaling up in damage and easily takes first because a lot of your hunter units, your range damage dealers, will deal far more damage than a lot of your melee units will, especially if they're vanguards or tanks. So now for the mid stage here where you have to break the bombs, you can jump Taylor forward, but sometimes he'll target one of the others if he gets too close and waste time. So I usually just leave him to follow the group around. My melee units will run up and take that shield down, and then Taylor will just destroy the bomb in time. This is the one point you want to watch out for. So, in the second wave with the boss, we just wait. We're going to let Taylor just do damage. The only reason we will move Taylor is occasionally the boss will make another one of those arc attacks, and it does a lot of damage and can one-shot Taylor at this point. So if he's going to do that, you can use the jump to reposition Taylor outside of that hit before it goes off. You can use kind of this trickery. Taylor is one of the few units you can reposition in the game, which is huge because repositioning, like I said, refreshes their targeting, so they will target the unit closest to them. You can use this to take down specific units if you need to in all areas. So if you're stuck in Soul Mine or in the Twilight Highlands and there's like one enemy who's really causing you trouble in a group, you can set Taylor to jump so they go and stand right next to them, so they target that enemy and he will just start pummeling them with damage. So, just want to do the small little quick look shout out for Taylor. Why I recommend him on every account and some of the different things you can do with him. So keep it in mind. Taylor on manual, just get him some decent crit rates, attack, crit damage, and I mean, there's an argument that is it brutal set? The set that gives increased attack speed would be great on Taylor because you're making him hit faster, which means he's going to get more crits and proc his free crit damage even faster. Just get a Taylor, bunch of damage on him, and you can position him wherever you need in any content. Taylor can be great. So, that's my little spiel on Taylor. Hope you guys enjoy. Hope you haven't fed your Taylors away, and I highly suggest making one on every account. Thank you guys. See you later.